we would have liked to win today, but I think there are a lot of positives to take from it. There were some really good patterns of play. We created a lot of chances, so it's just finding that little bit of sharpness to finish them.
What about your performance? Because they're kind of big boots to fill at the back, aren't they? How do you feel you went?
Yeah, they are very big boots to fill. Maybe literally, to be fair, with Millie. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a lovely pitch and stuff, and I enjoyed being on the ball. And in a game like today, when we have so much possession, it's a joy to be a centre back in a possession-based team like this. So I really had fun out there, and yeah, just enjoyed sort of playing passes and trying to control the game as well as we did. And nice to get a clean sheet, because that obviously is the base to then go forward with.
You looked incredibly composed. You looked like you had so much time. You looked like you were been out there for a decade or so. Did you take any moment to think, oh, right, this is the last game before I go to a World Cup?
Not while I was on the pitch. It's probably only now you've said that I have. I think in the middle of the game, you're just so sort of in the flow of it. And I mean, I felt good while I was out there, and I felt like I built my confidence throughout the game to kind of play more progressive, more zip passes through the lines and stuff. So it was nice to grow into it in that way. But yeah, we're all so excited to get out to Australia now, minus maybe the 3 flights. But we're excited to get there and obviously get training once we're there and build into the first game on the 22nd.
And just finally, look, it's not about picking now, is it? It's about picking 3, 4, 5 weeks' time. But I guess the biggest frustration today is that you had an awful lot of chances, and I guess you're going to have to finish some of those, aren't you, in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. But the most important thing is that we're creating those chances, we're getting into the good positions, and with a bit more sharpness, we've got another behind closed doors game whilst we're out there to kind of get all those patterns of play as smooth as possible. I think once we've kind of got all of that together, we'll be absolutely fine come the tournament.
We are a group that are fairly new together at times. You know, players playing that maybe haven't had as many minutes over in their international career. So I think a clean sheet is such a strong start. You know, that's something that we really value. I think we created a lot of opportunities, but of course we're disappointed that we couldn't get a goal today.
And how was it for you playing in the central defence position alongside Esme? Because I'm not sure you'd have done that too many times, would you?
No, this week wasn't new for me. But no, it's good fun. It's always great to play, and I think that it was great playing along with Esme. She was just superb. She was confident, super calming, chatty. It was just, I felt very calm, and I think we spoke about things throughout the week, because we played together and some things maybe didn't feel right at times. So we managed to kind of balance that out and get things right today.
What was the thinking behind playing you maybe there instead of left back position?
I don't know, we'll have to ask the manager for that one. I'm not really too sure.
She clearly gave you a remit when you went out there. What did she say to you about what she wanted from your game?
No, I think it was just as a whole, we all of us along the back line have to be adaptable. Serena's got to try things out. She's got to try and figure out what her best team is, and I think today was one of those moments where she's trying to figure things out. And we as a back line just have to all stay, like I said, adaptable. We've all got to be willing to play in different positions, and we've got to learn that role really well so that we can do our best in it.
And do you feel you did yourself justice out there today?
Yeah, I mean, we kept a clean sheet, so that's obviously a defender's dream. Yeah, no, I was happy with my performance. I think that I pride ourselves on our defending and not being beaten. I think that we as a collective did that well.
You did that quite well too. Well played, Jess.
Thank you. Cheers.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, thanks you.
Yeah, all good. So what do you need to improve for the World Cup after this match?
We've got a lot to improve, I think. I think that just being a bit more clinical and ruthless, whether that's in front of goal, whether that's punching passes through the lines, that side of things I think can be a bit better.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of anticipation now, so just to get out there, how excited are you for the tournament? Obviously, it's a send-off game today.
Yeah, no, I'm buzzing now. I think that, everyone wants to play. We don't love training so much, so I think that getting games like this today is really exciting for us, and the next step for us now is to get out to Australia and get going out there.
And a lot of teams will play like Portugal today against the England side, setting off all the time. That's something that you need to work on, breaking through the lines a bit more.
I think we've got players with tremendous technical ability, and I think that that's something that they can do on a daily basis, is threading those balls through. And obviously today, our final third product wasn't there because we didn't get the goal, but there were so many other good things that happened throughout the game.
First run out with England since April. As a Greek, did you kind of get what you wanted from it?
Yeah, I think it was good though. We made a lot of changes. We're still testing a few different partnerships together. I think we saw that today. We've had the break after the end of the season. bit of holidays, so it was nice to just kind of get going again, and then we can just improve from here, because you know it wasn't a bad performance by any means, but it just gives us a lot of room to improve.
What did you feel the biggest positives were from today?
I guess we didn't concede. You know, I think we did possess the ball quite well, and in the second half especially, I think we showed that we can up the tempo, because in the first half we didn't create as many chances. In the second half, I think there was many times we probably the ball should have went in the back of the net, both on set pieces and from open play. So I think that's a good sign that, you know, we saw something in the first half and we were able to correct it a little bit.
I guess the big question is, was Serena happy?
Yeah, I mean, I think Serena was kind of saying, you know, there's similar things to what I just said. It's our first game back together, a lot of changes. You know, myself and Georgia and Kira have had like a different kind of break to everybody else. So, and obviously we're 3 players that started today. And yeah, a few changes as well. And a lot of young players coming in and having a go as well.
And just finally, you've been around these sort of squads as you leave to go to a World Cup. How does it feel this time? How ready does this group feel? Do you feel like you can go better than ever before?
Yeah, I think this group's really excited, because I think there's so many players who haven't had that experience yet, and I think the World Cup will be the biggest one yet. And when we talk about stories from previous World Cups, especially when I think back to 2015, there's literally 2 or 3 of us who went to that World Cup. So we've shared so many stories from previous times, and I think now it's there's a lot of players who you can just see the buzz that they've got, and the excitement around it. So I think this is the most excited a squad's been.